Support provided by the Chesapeake and Newport News with chef-centric farm-to-table dining. thechesapeake.org.
Hi friends, Jay Sennett. Welcome to another edition of Cooking with Jay, here from the Jazz Kitchen. Hope all of you are doing well, as always. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'm going to make a traditional dish it's a traditional Middle Eastern dish. Chicken shawarma. Okay? Shawarma pretty much came out of the Middle East. It's considered a type of street food, and there are different ways to make shawarma. You know, you can use it as a sandwich or a wrap, or you can put it over rice, which is what I'm going to do, and then make kind of a salady kind of touch or addition to go with it. But it starts with the seasoning, okay? Now you can buy very good store-bought shawarma seasoning, okay? I have done that and I have some, or you can make your own, right? Which I did for this. Now, there's a lot of stuff that goes into this, or at least that I put into it, because if you look over the shawarma recipes online, they can vary. But some of the core things that I use in how I make my shawarma rub seasoning, turmeric. I put about a tablespoon of turmeric, about a tablespoon of smoked paprika, about a tablespoon of garlic powder. I use about a teaspoon of cardamom. I use about a tablespoon of coriander, a tablespoon of cumin, right? So I'm making a bunch of it, and a little bit of cloves, ground cloves, but not much, right? Just about a quarter teaspoon of ground cloves and about a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon. All right, do I expect you to remember all that? No, so just buy the store-bought. Or just check out a recipe online and see. I experiment with it. Yeah, I use some of the core ingredients: coriander, cumin, turmeric, cinnamon, smoked paprika, and then I get a balance, and I add, take away, stuff like that. So made my own shawarma seasoning, and I got some chicken breasts, diced up the chicken breasts like that, and I put this rub in there with the pieces and mix it up until it gets, the chicken gets pretty much covered, okay? And I let it sit for a while. Put it in the refrigerator for about an hour, take it out. I did, it's been about an hour. Now over here in this dish, I made my salad. Cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, red onions, and some feta cheese with some olive oil, and if you notice a little bit of brownness in there, I put some balsamic vinegar in here as well. So that browned out the cucumber. They were nice and white and semi-green. Now they're kind of like semi-green and brown. That's what the balsamic vinegar will do. Okay, so let's go over here to the stove, and we're going to cook this chicken. I have the rice cooking. I'm just cooking some basmati rice over here, right? That's almost done. Turn it off. This has been heating up here. I want to see. It's nice and hot. Yep, it is. It is. All right, so let's get all the chicken in here. It won't take long for this chicken to cook. With my shawarma rub on this chicken, have that heat high. Okay, so the chicken pieces, the chicken breast, won't take long to cook. You get the rice, and to top it off, you top off the dish with tzatziki sauce. Now, you can make your own tzatziki sauce using plain yogurt, some diced up dill, a little bit of garlic. You can throw a little cumin in there, some salt, or you can buy your own store-bought tzatziki sauce if you didn't want to make it. Because there's some really good store-bought shawarma seasoning, as I mentioned, and really good store-bought tzatziki sauce. Okay, I didn't make my own tzatziki sauce today. I have store-bought tzatziki sauce, but you can find it. There's some really good store-bought tzatziki sauce. So to make it, some plain yogurt, some dill, fresh cut dill, and a little bit of garlic, and pinch of salt. If you want to put a little cumin in there, you can, but you don't have to. Just add some extra seasoning. Wipe this pan here real fast while the chicken is cooking. Chicken shawarma! Alright, got the pan ready. It's cooking nicely. This rice is just about done. And that down. So there's, again, a lot of seasoning that I put in here to make this rub. For the chicken, cumin, coriander. Cumin is like the cousin of coriander. You know, generally when you see coriander added to a recipe, there's usually some cumin added as well, so they go hand in hand. Then some turmeric, put some turmeric in here, some cardamom, just about a quarter teaspoon of cardamom in there as well. What else? Put some garlic powder, a little bit of salt, cinnamon, yeah. So just showing you how I put all these seasonings in there. You know, that's time consuming. And so we got to watch our time here on the show. So I try to have much stuff prepped as possible. The chicken is cooking beautifully. You see a little bit of the yellow tint in that chicken. That comes from the turmeric. And it smells delicious. Chicken shawarma. And just some Middle Eastern street food on this edition of Cooking with Jay. Go. That is cooking nicely, and what I want to do is get a bowl. Yes, do the bowl. And I'm going to create this thing, and I want to open the tzatziki. So that's ready. Yes. All right. The chicken, just for another minute or so. It's cooking nicely. All right. By show of hands, how many of you have eaten chicken shawarma? Okay, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The majority of you have actually tried chicken shawarma. It's delicious. If you haven't tried it, seek it out. And again, you can make it like a sandwich with a wrap. All right. But I'm making it as like a plate, you know, a dinner plate. It's like an all-in-one thing. I'm using rice. I will be using rice as the base. Then put the chicken on top of the rice. Then the salad on top of the chicken. Then the tzatziki sauce on top of the salad. Is that right? Yeah, rice, chicken, salad, tzatziki. Yeah. Just a lot of moving parts here. This chicken is almost done. Because I use thin sliced chicken breasts and I just cut them up. Use a wok because it gets nice hot heat down there in that center, so I can cook the meat fairly quickly. Okay. All right. I think we're ready, folks. Just to make sure all this chicken, get this chicken done. Yes. Okay. So I'll start creating the bowl. Give it a spoon. Where's that spoon? The trusty spoon. The spoon is. Well, I have to use a different spoon. They don't know where the main spoon is. All right. So I'm going to put some of this basmati rice in the bowl. La 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 la. Yeah. Okay. Now, turn that off. chicken off. And the chicken on top of the rice. Okay, now let's go over here to the counter. That's where the other spoon is. All right, so I'm going to add some of this salad on top of that. Oh. So the rice, chicken, and some of the salad with the cherry tomatoes, cucumber, red onion, feta cheese, olive oil, pinch of salt. Last but not least, the tzatziki sauce right on top of that. A little bit more. And there you have my version of the chicken shawarma. See that? And it is the smell coming off of there, you know, with that chicken and the salad, you know, the cherry tomato, with some of this feta cheese. And that balsamic vinegar and olive oil. Oh man. Okay, so you can make the rub or you can buy the rub, but there's a, just look down here for a quick second. All these seasonings I put to make this rub, you know, smoked paprika, coriander, not that one, turmeric, cardamom, garlic powder, it said cumin, cinnamon, and a touch of ground cloves, and a little bit of salt, and hence you get that. And then you can add a little bit more to, you know, taste it, see if it's to your liking, and add, or you know, that sort of thing, until you get what you're looking for taste-wise. And you know, the salad, the cucumbers, onions, cherry tomatoes, balsamic vinegar, a little bit of olive oil. That's what makes it brown a little bit. I use some of the balsamic vinegar. So, and then some basmati rice, and then the chicken. You know, you rub the chicken with the spices, let it sit for a while, then cook the chicken in some olive oil, and you create those layers. Rice, chicken, salad, tzatziki sauce on top. That is what's happening on today's edition of Cooking with Jay. I'm, excuse me, Jay Sennett, host and producer for the show, chef for the show. Hope you like, maybe if you try this, that you'll like it. I think you will. Cooking with Jay airs Sunday evening starting at 6 on the WHR Public Media Facebook page. And you can see archive editions of the show, the WHR Public Media YouTube channel. And the show gets put up at 6 and it stays up there. So you can scroll down and see all kind of episodes of Cooking with Jay. I want to thank the Chesapeake for the underwriting support. Thank you so much. Don't forget, Send It in Session, my jazz show on 89.5 WHR VFM and the R&B Chronicles. Check it out. Check those shows out. Until the next edition of Cooking with Jay, go eat some chicken's shawarma, because I'm starving. And it smells so good right underneath me. Be safe, friends. We'll see you again soon. Take care.
Support provided by the Chesapeake in Newport News, catering to the palate of every single resident. More at thechesapeake.org.